do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was out my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Brissett. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And I guess, partner, you call that a covered sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Nelson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now Nelson to throw on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Nelson on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Nelson. From the gun, he'll throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Nelson now to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Trotted. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Brissett going deep for Dick into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, a handoff for Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Set to throw is Nelson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and good field. Position coming up here, the football at the 12-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, Nelson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
To throw is long. Off play action. Out to his left. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sean Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Now long on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now Nelson operating from the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing to start the drive. Long, over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Flex round.
To throw again. Long. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Ohio. Flex round.
Long from the gun, he'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Long now, throwing on first down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Long to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. To throw is Long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit!
Nelson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now long on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't. Connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Ohio!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Brissett. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Check back 21, right 21, check back 21.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. His throw incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Here's Nelson on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, Nelson. Open man right side is Sharp. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Gurley, handoff left. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with the lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Nelson now throwing on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. Nelson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here now the offense heading back out there.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Nelson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Brissett sets to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Brissett now on second down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw for Brissett. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Flex round. Ohio.
Brissett from the gun on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running left for Gurley. Oh, eluding the tackle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the... And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Chark, 36 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Gun.
Set to throw is Nelson. Off the play fake. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
No. Off. Check out route. Hot.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. You got three down. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. He's coming. We got double up. SOS. Gun.
Now Nelson looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Check 26. Mike 59. 6 man.
Now it's Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
That one looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Second down, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Flex round. Flex round.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while.